Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Michael Jones and I hope you enjoy this video. Let's get started. I decided to show you a little bit of a pre-workout, something I also have for breakfast all the time. It's basically just some oats, some raisins, and a little bit of maple syrup. It's some simple sugar. This helps me to get a little more vascular when I am lean, as well as curbs any appetite I have before I go to the gym. You will notice I posted the grams. What you'll also notice is that it is not exact to the numbers that I posted, and that is because I don't believe you have to be 100% accurate with this. Next, we get into a little bit of mobility exercises that I do. This is definitely an area I lack, and I'm trying to get better at it because my shoulders are the first things to go as I bulk and as I get stronger, especially when I start pushing a little bit heavier weight. This is week 7 of the Arnold. Normally it has you bench first, flat bench first, and that's in the first 4 weeks, and then in the second 4 weeks it has you flip it and you do incline bench first. You will notice that in some of these I'll go all the way down and touch my chest, and in other ones I will not touch my chest. I have had a little bit of issues with my left shoulder. I don't really want to injure it. I have injured it in the past and had to take some time off, so I decided to go off of how I feel. You should always listen to your body. If it feels like it's aching or you have any pain there, I still try to get the lift in, but I don't go as heavy or I won't go as far down. And I noticed that on this lift especially, if I go too far down, that's when I have some of the shoulder problem. So I just try to keep that tension on the muscle, and as long as I'm doing that, that's all that matters. You'll notice I posted the weight and the videos between each clip, and that is basically just to tell you what weight it is. These are rogue plates, so they are within 2% of the stated weight on them. You can go to the website and see these plates as well, but I know some people aren't familiar with these. I used to use steel plates. I had steel plates for a really long time, but I decided to upgrade this past year, and I love these weights. I will admit though, at first they feel extremely heavy, and when I weighed my steel weights right before I decided to sell them to get these plates, I did notice that one of the 45s was actually only 42.4 pounds, and one of the 45s was actually 47.5 pounds. So there was a pretty big discrepancy in the weights. I mean, that's a 5-pound difference, and if you have them on the wrong sides or you have them on the same side, that can make a big difference in how that lift feels and how you're pushing the weight up. Now we move on to the flat bench. I am already warmed up from doing the incline bench, so I start off with 205. This is kind of a 5x5 part of the Arnold. Again, this is week 7 for me, so you do basically 5x6 or 6x6. So I start off with 205, and then I jump right into 225. I have to admit I couldn't lift as heavy this week. I was sick all last week. There's no excuse, but I did not go through the full program. I think I only hit 3 of the 6 lifts last week. So you do chest and back one day, that's day 1, and then the next day you do arms and shoulders, and then the last day you do legs. So I just did each one of those lifts once instead of the full 6 days like you normally would. Again, this is the second complete time that I've been going through the Arnold. I did do this once before and I had amazing results. I actually gained about 11 pounds and my body fat percentage went down by 2%. So I was stoked about that. This time I haven't seen the same results, but I have to admit I have not been following it as close as I was before, and my diet was a lot better the last time as well. You will notice in one of the sets I only got 3. That is the reason I hate this rack, because I actually started hitting the rack a little bit. I did go back and do the other 3 reps as well. I always do that. Now we move on to dumbbell press and push-ups. This is one of those exercises in today's workout that I actually changed. You're supposed to be doing dumbbell flies and chest flies. It's my home gym in my basement, so I do not have cables. And then also the dumbbell flies, again, I've had some issues with my shoulders. That is one of the lifts that I believe hurt my shoulder. So I haven't been doing them in a while. I believe you can still get the same type of squeeze on your chest if you know what you're doing. I've been lifting for quite some time, but I do know that with lifting quite some time, If you feel something's going to injure you or you feel something is injuring you, you should stop doing it. There's always a replacement lift. I also like to switch up the order I do a lift in, especially when I'm doing a superset. The first time I hit the dumbbells first, the second time I decided to do the push-ups first. That's just so I could try to get more push-ups the second time and try to still aim for that same number with dumbbells. Obviously, you probably won't be able to hit it because you are doing a superset, but it's always good to try to confuse your muscle and try to do whatever you can to get it to grow. You will notice in some of the clips I don't have any background music going. That's just because I do like the sound of the weights, and if you like lifting, I'm sure you like the sound of the weights as well. I could always put music over every single thing in the video, but sometimes I actually like hearing the weights click a little bit, especially since I use the Rogue plates, and since they are rubber weights, they don't really make that same sound that you hear from two steel plates hitting each other together. And if you learn to love lifting, you learn to love the sounds that come with lifting too, and that's one of those sounds, so that's why I decided to leave that in there. Now we move on to some rowing movements. Again, the Arnold is chest and back on the same day. So I did not post the weights of these because this was a pretty bad lift for me. It was a really long workout because I was trying to record the video and the memory card ran out of space at some points in time, so I had to try to clear some stuff off and hook it to my computer. So this was way longer than it needed to be. I can normally knock this workout out in about an hour and 15 minutes. It took me probably 2.5 hours today. Again, it wasn't a great lift. I still got a pretty decent sweat going, as you can see on my upper back, but it wasn't the type of lift that I normally get or the type of pump that I normally get from this workout. So if you are still with me and still watching this video, first off, I just want to say thank you for watching this video to this point. I'm happy I can finally do this. I just really want to help some people out and hopefully inspire some people, as I know people on YouTube inspire me. I'm finally at a point in my life where I can actually do this, and I plan on bringing a lot more content to this channel. So let me know what you guys would like to see, and I will definitely try to bring it to you. I started with a sports background, so if you want, I could do some jumping programs. I am about 5'9", and I was actually able to dunk. We are now coming to the end of the video. You'll notice that the Arnold ends with abs. It ends with some type of abs every day. I love that. You'll also notice with the classic physiques, they all had small waists, which I truly respect. And Frank Zane's probably one of my favorite physiques. I love Arnold's physique as well. But thank you for watching sincerely, and keep watching, and I'll bring some more content. Like and subscribe.